This is a Core DJ exclusive.
Trinidad,
Come on now.
what we doing?
Man, look. I'm
What
talking
we
about,
doing?
man, look. I'm going to do, it's 56 people, it's 59 people in this chat. I'm
Yes.
going to do 59 drops if that's what I got to do. But I'm finna get me a plaque out of that song because I know that that song is a hit.
It
Like,
is.
What?
no,
It is.
nobody can tell
What?
me difference. Like, I'm going to do everything. It's not going to be on me if the plaque don't come. It's gonna be that God didn't don't think I deserved it yet. But I'm gonna do everything that it takes for me to make sure that I did everything that I could do to make sure that this record is heard and spent and given the chance that it deserved because it is amazing.
I like the record. I'm gonna tell you,
It's already
the
hard right now.
advantage you got is you are on a call with a bunch of DJs from everywhere, and so I'm
Mm-hmm.
gonna turn it. I do the music. I'm gonna turn it over to my co-host Jay Love. Jay,
Hey,
Look,
Jalen.
I wanna welcome you to the call. Definitely. We're glad that you decided to bring it here to us. We are gonna be pushing that song with you. I hope you know that. One thing that I want to ask you is talk about this new mixtape, 10 Piece Mind, and your creative process, because that's a banger and what's coming behind it.
So the beautiful thing about it is what we focus on, like this song's called My Biggest Hater. And for me right now, I'm just aligned in the right place. Like I'm back in Atlanta, I'm back in the heart, I'm back at home where the heart is. And like I told some people earlier today when they was talking to me about just why am I back in Atlanta? Is I had to get my heart right. I built a really nice ecosystem for myself. I've only done stuff for the culture this whole time. Everything that I do, the culture is who holds it down. And so, in order to be, I only want to be valuable to the culture. So that's kind of where I'm at with it. Whereas, like, we're gonna make it fun again. I want to make radio fun again. Everything whatever my peers are doing, it don't bother me because it's important. But balance means everything to me. And so, we're making music that I can stand on and stand by, and I perform it anywhere. That's the clean version we just listened to.
Wow, look. And I see that everybody's lining up to ask questions, so I'm gonna give them a chance to ask questions. But one thing I want to ask you, you have a different style. Do you consider yourself to be a trendsetter? And how do you see yourself and shaping the hip hop industry as far as, just style?
It's been a blessing. At first, I went through a lot of years not understanding my own value, and that was one of the first biggest lessons that I had to come to terms with, of understanding that I deserve the success that I received.
Right.
When success doesn't come to us the way that we want it sometimes, or the way that we think other people want it, it puts you in a place where you feel like you don't deserve the success that you receive. But you have to understand that other people's opinion, they're not God. They're just a person, just like you. So their
Mhm.
opinion should never weigh more than God. If God
Oh,
put a blessing in your face and he gave you the trophy, he gave you the Grammy, then you better figure out not necessarily why you got it, but to understand how to do it again because he showed you deserve the first one. The second one is on you, the first one was on him. So that's where I've been at, mentally, spiritually, understanding my value, and then also adding value to other people because I work behind the scenes also in the midst of doing my own thing where we've done creative direction work and I made my own artist development agency called 567 Agency. And it's been a blessing. The 5 stands for change, the 6 stands for love, and the 7 stands for completion. Everybody got a step 1, and most people like to go to 10. But most entrepreneurs, most creatives, they don't want to go through the process of success. They want to skip everything and get the win. You got to go through the process in order to understand how to keep your wins winning. And that's the 567, So I didn't want to be a hypocrite teaching this to other people's kids, and I'm not teaching it or using it in my own life. Like I said, I'm gonna put in the work. If you make a record that deserves what it deserves, then you got to put in the work because don't nobody owe you nothing. Don't nobody on this chat. I don't feel like nobody owed me anything. But what y'all do for me, I am going to appreciate it. You know what I'm saying? I ain't no kiss ass, but also at the same time, I ain't got too much pride to understand where I need help. And the DJs is, how we get the help that we want. I finally got a record that I want the help with. I've done a lot of things on my own, trust me. But this record, I just feel like our culture need to put it into the rotation.
It's already, I can see this being a summer hit. It's coming out at the right time. Everybody's gonna
Amen.
latch onto it. It's already gonna blow. Hollygrove, go ahead, babe.
What's on, brother? What's on? Been a minute,
What's
you
going
dig?
on? How you doing, my
So
brother?
you already know I'm good. So I know that you real important. You've always been about the DJs. Like I believe the first time you got booked in Houston was from some DJs for
Yeah.
was it not Super Bowl? It was All Star
All
Weekend. We
star.
brought you
Yeah,
out
yeah.
here. You know what I'm
Uh-huh.
saying? And you've always been tapped in. Like I've been knowing you since my boy Corey Davidson from Green Mile Park. You hear
Come
me?
on.
So
Yeah. Come on.
so how does it feel to be more than 10 years in the game and still have a relevancy going on? You know what I'm saying? Because even when you wasn't just really putting out songs, you were still relevant in other areas that a lot of people might not even know about. You hear me?
It's been a blessing, bro. That's why I had to give myself grace because I never allowed myself, you know, a lot of people quit on me, but I never quit on me. And I let that kind of be the energy that allowed me to stay focused on like, hey, I feel that I have a purpose and I got value to add to the people around me, my culture, and to the people that care about me. Like I built a cult fan base off of All Go Everything and my first project. I'll be a fool to turn my back on them because other people's opinion don't like the way that I'm feeding my fans. You gotta have fans to have opinion. We sometimes we allow people who have not achieve the things that you worked hard to achieve to hold weight in the opinion of what you do next. And that's where you always got to be careful, of what people subscribe to when you're pushing to a journey that they don't understand or they don't know, they don't get you. And also at the same time, to play devil's advocate, I hold a lot of accountability of like, look, it wasn't much that I could communicate because what I didn't know, I didn't know. I had to figure it out. Everything that I went through these last 13 years, I had to walk in the fire and hopefully don't die and walk out and learn that lesson every single time. And you ain't never seen me crying about it. I take it on the chin. I learned my
My boy,
lesson.
my boy
Keep
was
moving.
killing him in the underground. My boy been doing this in the underground, nigga. Like
Come on.
everybody came out doing him after him. Talk shit about him, but came doing him after him. Ain't that crazy?
It be like that. And that's the beautiful thing about understanding culture is that we are all trying to be the best version of ourselves. It's just that we don't all have the same teachers or mentors or same opportunity to showcase that. So this America makes us feel that like, I gotta step on you in order to step up. And it don't always have to be that way, but that's just the way that we mentally train. So, however somebody want to take it, whether they're trying to step on or step with, I always adjust myself to be able to be ready for 'em.
That's dope. That's dope. Go ahead, Mankind. You up next.
My brother, what's happening, Trinidad? What's happening?
Hey, how you doing, man? God bless you, brother.
You too, bro. Just want to tell you, the record biggest hater. So when I got the record, I kind of
Hold
said
on,
there,
listen. Y'all start telling people where y'all from, man.
Where you
DJ,
from?
oh, you already know I'm from H-Town, baby.
Hey, come on this
You
time.
you 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 already know 24, 25, baby. Come on and
They
slide.
on slide.
Hey, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, they don't even know. Oh,
Hey, hey,
okay.
yeah,
They don't
yeah,
even. Come on.
yeah,
All right. Exactly.
yeah,
Come on. Yeah.
yeah.
Uh-huh.
Uh, so when I
Yeah.
got the record, my biggest hater, I was on the way to DJ a prom, and I kept playing it over and over and over and over and over. I'm waiting on the footage to come back, and when I played it, the response I was, putting out there to the kids, point out your biggest hater, who your biggest hater, and the teachers and the kids was pointing at the teachers, teachers were pointing at the kids. I made it fun. And
Exactly.
it's a fun record, and that's what you're supposed to do. Have fun with records. You know,
Yes, sir.
it,
Yes,
it,
sir.
it was just a beautiful thing. It was a beautiful thing to see how that record grasped on the kids. And it's like that was their anthem, and they was running up, hey, who is that? I like that's Trinidad. And what they were saying, several people kept saying, oh, the guy from All Gold, everything. One
Right.
girl came up to me and said, that's the dude that wrote Uptown Funk.
Right.
And I said,
Right.
you
Right.
already know.
Right.
But it was just something beautiful. So when that footage come back, I got you. But
Man, come on. I'm gonna repost and all that good stuff, man. But everything
man,
that you're saying right there is literally where my spirit, heart, and body is. Whereas like I'm only trying to add fun, and value back to our culture from a way where it's like everybody get to have a good time. I remember when Lil Jon came and he made everybody have a good time. T-Pain came and made everybody have a good time. Like, I'm like, man, that's where my head is at. It's like, look, everybody's super flexing, everybody gangster, and I ain't mad at you. I feel you. We are a product of our environment. I'm trying to make sure that we have fun still, man, because we got to smile more, man.
Right. And you know, I'm gonna have to get on my cousin to tell him, hey, we got to drop that record. We got to drop that record.
Uh-huh.
If y'all don't know about 24-25, man,
Hey,
Bang.
man, look. And look,
man.
but I got
eh,
things coming, man. I got things coming
eh,
like this. My biggest hater kind of slowed me down from going into 24, 25. So I'm so happy that you know how good it is because it's a blessing that this record is working, my biggest hater, because it's not like, oh, I just got one record and that's all I got. It's like, man,
you
it
got
took
you
my,
got records on, you got hits on
I got
top of
some
hits on
things,
top of hits
man.
and secret
And,
hits.
yeah, it's like, man, the way that I learned this game now is like I'm gonna just hit all my pockets, hit all my Texas, Detroit, Chicago's, all the places that always rock with me. Of course, Atlanta, LA, New York, but then really tap into the Midwest even more, and then we hit Middle America and like just really facilitate where it's like, damn, sixth man of the year, Trinidad James, 2025, man.
Man, you got to
Trying
come on back for
to
Trey Day, brother. You got to come
Well,
back for
thank
Trey
tell,
you,
Day.
no, no, for
mankind.
sure,
Yeah,
for sure.
definitely. Thank you, mankind. Go ahead, C
Already.
Smooth.
24-25 or bang.
Yes, sir.
Go ahead, C Smooth. DJ Remedy.
Yo,
Hey,
what up?
what's
DJ
happening?
CJ Smooth on the check in.
Hey,
Um,
hey, what's up, brother?
chilling, man. Born and bred in ATL. I
Hey,
currently out of Phoenix right now.
yes, sir.
Yep. Just wanted to ask a couple questions, man, about the move that you say you was making, right? So have you
Yeah.
already made a move back to Atlanta, or are you in the process of making that move?
Oh, wait a
So
minute. I apologize. Hold on real quick. I got Remedy up there. Who's this? Who's up there talking right now? I apologize.
see, Smooth.
CJ Smooth.
C Smooth, I'm sorry, hon. Let me get you up there. I apologize. I didn't catch that. There you go, C Smooth. Go ahead, hon.
So, yeah, so I opened up so before I did music, I used to work in the clothing store, 14 years ago. And now 13, this makes year 13, I'm doing music. Um, I'm back in Atlanta a lot more now because now I own that store and I got my own clothing store in that same store I used to work at. And
Congrats.
Ain't that
thank you,
crazy?
man. Man, full circle, crazy, man. I'm trying to tell you, man. It's a different type of energy and stars aligning for me right now, man. This ain't about just the music, it's the movement. This is like, dang, I feel like it's a renaissance year. It's 2025. We just got out of retrograde. And it's just I'm just aligned. I feel good. My soul feels pure because I know my intention. And I hope that that is what is happening from an outside opinion. As a DJ, you're an artist, and it's two parts of art. It's the way that you spin, and then the way that you take in music. That's the two parts of being an artist as a DJ. How you listen and what your taste gravitates to, that's art too, not just what you spend. So,
Facts.
as an artist, my job is to take care of the consumer and the DJ because they're both human and they both got their own fingerprint. I mean, they both got their own opinion.
Facts.
So, that's like, being back in Atlanta, man, it's been beautiful because I had to repair my heart of my ecosystem. I had this ecosystem I'd have built with the movies and the soundtracks and the songs and the tapes and bro, just all the shoes, the podcasts, all these things I done did. I got this amazing ecosystem that's built and I love it. But the heart of it is centered in Atlanta. Home is where the heart is. And I had to come repair my heart, man. So I just been in Atlanta just partnering with different community people and learning, man, just learning. Like I'm a student, bro. I'm back in student mode, but like for all the right reasons because I just believe that I'm making the best music of my life. I'm doing the best business of my life, and my intentions are in the best place still after everything I've been through.
Thank
That's amazing, man. That's amazing.
Good question.
I think this record is you know what I'm saying, I think this record is amazing. You know what
Thank
I'm
you, bro.
saying? We talking about, it's got a lot of room for a lot of places, man. But I
Hmm.
just why I got you here, man, I just wanna, give my give you my respect, man, because
Thank you, brother.
I appreciate what, what you put into your music. because just to the point that you made, about the taste of, what I'm saying, the DJs. Like, I gravitate, I identify with a lot of music in different genres for
Yes, sir.
different reasons. But one of the main reasons, what I'm saying, that I identify with certain artists or whatever is because I can feel the movement that's in their music, right? Like
Hmm.
it's not about, what I'm saying, making something that's trendy. It's about a brand. It's about what they stand for. And I feel like that's something that you've always been consistent in, with the music that you make, is that you make music based on what you stand on. You know what I'm
Yes,
saying?
sir.
But keep
Yes, sir.
keep standing 10 toes, man. I salute to you.
Thank you, C
Thank
Smooth.
you.
God bless you.
Go ahead, Remedy. Just brought you back up. I apologize for the mix-up.
No, you good, you good, you good. What's going on, man? DJ Remedy, North Carolina, man. You tap into Carolinas when the All Go Everything
Yeah,
came out back in
for
the
sure.
Ville.
For sure.
Man, I really ain't got no question, man. I'm just, for all the people that's, that thought you was just on somewhere. Nah, no, the real ones know that you definitely was consistent behind, even if it was behind the scenes, you was still consistent. Rest in peace, Rich Homie Quan, and just a salute to you, and this record for sure, man, for sure, for sure, for
Thank
sure,
you,
for
Remedy.
sure. Yeah,
Really
Hey,
appreciate it.
absolutely.
Love to North Carolina too,
uh,
man. Love
excuse me,
North
sir.
Carolina.
Excuse me, sir. Can you tell everybody your involvement with Sexy Red, please?
Oh, so 2023, I get a call from this label that I worked with, and it was like, "Hey, man, look, we got a girl. She thinks she's a star. We want you to help us out." I said, "I'm coming to Miami, anyways, for something else. I think it was something dealing with sneakers or something like that, because I got my own sneaker with
Right.
Saucony is how you say it." And I go meet up with the label. I go meet up with my guy, and he's like, "Look, man, this the girl that I tried to get you to work with in 2020. This is when the pandemic happened." And I turned it down. I didn't, it's not like I saw and turned it down. I just turned it down because of other business things that was going on. I didn't like, and I was like, man, I don't want to deal with y'all. I'm gone. So boom, he hits me again 4 years later or 3 years later. And so I said, look, man, if you believe in this girl still 3 years later, then uh, let me meet her and we go from there. And that's exactly what he did. I was at a hotel I was staying at. She pulled up in an Altima with two guys sitting in the front. She was sitting in the back in the middle, like it was a Rolls Royce. And I was like, wow,
Yeah, that was
okay.
it.
And then she got out, she had her glasses on, and to be honest with you, her aura and her energy and how raw she was, it was the first time in a long time where I felt like I was talking to myself of like how much she didn't care about other people's opinion and was just ready to be the star that she is now. And what I did was came on, and usually I have to do music with a lot of clients, but I didn't have to do much music with her. It was just more about like, hey, let me. I don't tell women what to do because I work with mostly women. I remind them who they are. And so that was kind of like the main steps of it, of just staying, keeping her aligned of like, look, if you got a certain look and you love this look, it don't matter what everybody else is telling you should do. We're gonna lock into this look, but we're gonna make this look be professional. So by the time October comes and Halloween comes, you got the number one look that everybody want to be. And if you go do your homework, 2023 Halloween, everybody was sexy red.
And that's
So
that.
so it's just like just trying to make sure that our girls are iconic, man. Any woman I work with, what I'm saying, but especially if it's our culture, like, I'm always making sure that they understand what they're up against. So you don't be delusional to get to your win thinking like you could just be pretty. I think you could just shake some ass. Like, no, it has to be more than that if you want to stick. It has to. It might seem that way when you look at it from the outer, but if you understand the in-betweens to get to these moments to make shaking some ass actually pop or saying something raunchy actually pop, there's a lot of other things that go into it. And I'm just happy to be able to be of service to the different girls and just artists, period, because we do stage design, we write music, we do wardrobe, hair, makeup, and nails. We direct videos. We directed Money Long's video for Nobody Knows Me. Like, we directed that video. That's 60 million views. We did Flo Milli Conceited. That's a gold record. Maybe already platinum. We did Bad Baby's first hit. That's platinum. We've been able to do a lot of things, and I say we because I'm one man, but I'm a team person. That's why I'm talking to 60 DJs right now because it's a team thing. to make records work, man. Like all I can do is do my best, but my best is still not a team. A team of individuals doing their best is how you take over the world. Look at Apple, look at Google, look at Walmart, look at Chick-fil-A. It's not one person. It's maybe one person's idea that starts the flame. But in order to keep this furnace burning, it takes all 56 people on this
Look at us.
chat.
Look at
You know what I'm
us.
saying? So, you know, that's where I'm at with it. I understand the importance of team even more than ever. And I love being a leader. That's what I am. That's who I continue to be. If there's anybody to take the lead, it's like I'm always ready to do it because I love being a leader now. I'm not running away from it, in front of it, and just doing what I need to do.
Facts, facts. Go ahead, Young Red.
It's your girl DJ Young Red out of Ohio, by the way of Atlanta. I know you mentioned earlier, like you want to make music fun again, like you want people to smile again. What exactly do you think is missing, and what do you think could help that?
I think I'm very big on leading by example. So what I did with my biggest hater was do something that you could get turned at the family barbecue. So that means that grandma and the grandkids and your bougie auntie and your hood sister or your gangster brother or your proper, it don't matter who they are. It's like, you know what, I actually like this. All y'all having fun. It's one of those, it's like boots on the ground. You know what I'm saying? It's like I would figure out how to line dance because my culture, this is how we move it. And that's what culture is about. Moving together as a herd, moving together as one, realizing like, oh, this kinetic energy is way more important to attach to than my selfish energy that this America kind of makes you like dog eat dog. It's like, no, when we move together as 57 people strong, we got radio on smash. We got, what I'm saying, the frequency
Hell
on
of an
smash.
impact.
A hell of an impact. Exactly. When 10 of us get together, it's a problem. You know what I'm saying? So, I just understand that a lot more and more, especially now. And that's kind of everything I do, man. Even with my business, like we've partnered already with businesses around us, you know what I'm saying? Whether, no matter what it is, because the more that you can collab with your culture and do good business, not just business because we both black, however, like actual good business is the stronger and stronger and the better of an example that you set for everybody that's paying attention to you because everybody on this chat got followers. Every single person on here got followers. But why are they following you? Are you giving them the right reason to follow you? You know what I'm saying? And that's something that you could care about or you could take advantage of. You know what I'm saying? Or take for granted also. I'm not in the era of taking people for granted. I'm in the era of like, how do we align so that we can be truly valuable and it don't feel like that relationship that sometimes artists and DJs have where it's like we only hit each other when we need each other.
Okay, I got Vito's on the call. I'm gonna have him pull up his camera, but first, DJ Official, I see you got a question. I want to bring you up so you can ask your question.
Yo, Trinidad, what's going on, brother?
Hey, how you doing, bro?
Where
I'm
you
good.
at
DJ.
from, Official? Where you at
I'm
located?
from Fayetteville, Jacksonville, all the whole 910, honestly. Actually, come up here, Trinidad. I met you down at your store in Atlanta years back before you blew up. And you
Yeah,
gave me a safe mixtape, bro.
yeah,
You
man.
gave me a safe mixtape. And you came up to Fayetteville. I had a store too. You went in there and you spent some bread in the store. I just want to say, man,
Hey,
I
come on,
appreciate you
man.
coming through, showing love. You're a real genuine person. And this record you got is just another one of them. You know what I'm saying?
Man, look, come on, brother.
It's another Madden
That's
on
it.
GameCube. You know what I'm saying?
Come on, man. Like just things for
But
the culture. Like that's what we
what
do,
do you
bro.
see yourself in? Yeah, definitely streetwear. It's what it's all about, man. But
What
what
was
do
your
you see
question?
yourself with this rec? What do you see yourself about like 5 years with the music in your store? You say you bought the store. What do you see yourself with the store and the music all together tied in?
Honestly, man, the goal is to make things that can be franchised. Like
Hmm.
my old karate teacher, he said something to me that stuck with me, and I hope it sticks with you if it holds any weight. Is that you are not the master of anything that you don't have students in.
Right.
And so my goal is to make sure that when I move, I have chains of the restaurant. The goal with homework, which is the name of our flagship store, is to turn that into
Mhm.
like a H&M or a Zara. So
That's dope.
it's fashionable essentials that quality is first, but still it don't break the bank, which
That's
is
dope.
that's what a Zara does, what H&M does. And then on the music side of things, just to make sure that I have a season for touring that I could always
Mhm.
do every year. And then just live my life traveling and doing the things that I do, whether it's charity or designing or whatever, it's because my brand, which is one of the hardest things for us to accomplish right now, but we're going to do it. We've only done it once so far. Is every year we want to do over a school's uniform.
Oh, that's dope.
You know what I'm saying? So like I want to be focused on that and then design the school's uniform, then go do a tour, how whatever. And then
Mhm.
every 2 years just drop new music for my cult fans and somebody who, you know, wants to listen to what I'm saying because I can only give you my real
Right,
life.
right, right. Facts. Well, you still working with Ross?
Yep, Ross still my guy. We don't
Yeah,
work
yeah.
all directly together, but I literally just saw him last week because he came back down to the underground where my store is, where
Heck
we
yeah,
met,
that's how.
where we met. You know what I'm saying? He used to work right next
Right.
door.
Yeah, that's how it's supposed to be, man. Stick with the real ones, bro. I appreciate you. Keep making them
All right,
hits, bro.
brother. Love.
Tony, did you have a question? I see you got your little hand up, Tony.
Your little hand, she is funny. Say your
Tony,
little
You see how they,
I don't
you
hand.
see how they, you see how
understand
they
why
do, you see how
Tony
they do
got
me.
his hand up.
You see why they do me. I just want to be like everybody else. That's all.
All right.
Tony got his hand. You know what?
hand up. I'm like, what
So I got, and I really don't have a. I want to tell T about this thing. So I'm not doing rap per se, but when you say that you want to make hip hop fun again, I'm with that. And so to you, fam, I want you to be one of the artists in this relaunch of Soul Train we doing.
Oh yeah, please. Let me
Yeah,
be
well,
the host. I'm
that would
Don
be
yeah,
Cornelius,
dope.
baby.
nah, for real, no, on the real, like, so I got what anybody on here you could do any research on Dr. West Brooks with an S. Dr. West Brooks owns about 800,000 catalogs. He's old president from CBS Records. He was uh he was Clive Davis's right hand back in the day when they started doing black music. And so I work with him. I'm gonna have my own imprint through his label. I've been talking to him for about a month. Just trying
Wow.
to get everything. He offered me the director and talent scout for the new Soul Train. He owns Soul Train too. So he was one of the partners with Don Cornelius and Dick Griffey on Soul Train. So about 2 weeks ago, he offered me the position. And I'm trying to figure out how I was gonna do it. And talking to you, I wasn't gonna do no rap, but talking to you, yeah, I
It's
am.
still it's still fun hip hop out there, man.
Yeah,
It's
I
fun
got to
hip
do.
hop.
I wasn't gonna do like
Yeah.
it had to be something that was gonna be catchy and make sense to me. But
Yeah.
you make sense for what I'm trying to do with Soul Train.
And it's a
So
and it's a group of other of us that's out there too. You
that's
know
what
what
I
I'm
want.
saying? So,
That's what I want. So
it's like
I'm gonna call you
yeah,
later.
for
I'm gonna
sure.
call you later and
Please.
put you on
You
on
got
that. But
me.
yeah, so it's gonna be the relaunch of Soul Train. We about to start shooting the reels. I got meetings in Memphis and stuff in the week. Next
Oh,
week,
fire.
I'm gonna sit down with
I'm
him and
with
have
it.
a conversation. And I'm gonna move it around in different places. I'm gonna add a DJ to it.
Yes.
Some of the things that they never had like that was hip hop artists like you. They never had a DJ on the show. I'm gonna have various DJs on the show, various hosts. You know
Yep.
what I'm saying? And also, shit. I'm just gonna make this shit live, fun. The reason one of the reasons that they stopped dancing was because not because they just put sections in the club, but Soul Train went off TV, so we didn't see we
You
didn't see
see
the
that you need to
dancing.
be dancing to the music, not
Yeah,
just listening.
so I want to bring it back, like you said, bring fun back, and I think that's one of the ways. I already did a situation with TV One, so they can start doing the replays, and so I got Dr. Westbrook's people make a deal with them so they can start doing the replays on TV One on the old
Okay.
shows while we do this. So, bro, I'm gonna call you
Right.
and tell you about that. Talk to you more about that. All right,
Please.
I will.
Please, please,
For sure.
please.
For sure.
All right, y'all. Before we get ready to go to our next artist, I got a quick question for my man Trinidad before we go to Vito. Trinidad, one quick
Uh-huh.
question. What is your Afro routine? How do you
Hmm.
get that? Like, what is your routine? I want to know
So
what you do.
every 10 days or so, I get with my hairstylist. I have four of them in different parts of where I usually am at with LA, Atlanta, New York. And what we do is we will, go give it a really good sugar scrub. It's a thing called a sugar scrub. And then we'll break it all the way down, piece by piece, like into like 8 pieces. and then we'll wash out each piece, and then build it back up. And then a lot of when on the blow dryer, it's a tool that a lot of people don't use, but it's like a circular. I forgot what it's actually called,
Yeah.
but
Mhm.
that's how you get that's the Afro tool right there, and
Wow.
that's what I use to dry my hair. After I like stretch it out. No heat, try to stay away from the heat, and that doesn't help at all. We don't do any coloring. And then all my hairstylists, they're like magical black women, so they got their own secret potion.
Okay. Okay. And before we get to Vito, I gotta ask that question. Do you eat grits?
Yeah, grits and eggs, baby.
What do you put on your grits?
I
Wait,
don't
you
put
might as well
anything
ask
actually.
Vito too at the same time since they both
Yeah,
are.
go ahead so we can get
Yeah.
that out the way.
Just
Go
ask
ahead.
them both.
I
So
don't.
I'm gonna ask Vito
If
too.
I go ahead.
So what do you put on there, Trinidad?
For me, if I'm gonna put anything, it's gonna be black pepper. No salt, no sugar for me.
Boom. You know what?
Core DJs, core DJs, core DJs, core DJs, core DJs, core DJs.